Can you spot the cut in these two clips? Pretty clean, right? That's DaVinci Resolve 20's updated smooth cut transition. It's a transition that hides the jump cut so well, it kind of feels like magic. So if you've got a talking head video, maybe you got a tutorial like this, maybe a vlog, or if you even have some B-roll where there was a little extra shake in there and you want to get rid of it, you can use this updated transition to cover up those jump cuts without drawing any attention to them, and you may even be able to use it to save your edit and your sanity. Let me show you exactly how I would use the smooth cut transition, some of the settings that I like, and what to watch out for just to make sure it looks seamless in your project. Let's jump in Resolve. In DaVinci Resolve here, currently I'm in the Edit tab, and the first example we have here is on a talking head video. So sometimes you're gonna need to make cuts and cut out parts of your talking heads. For example, in this video right here, it's my DaVinci Resolve podcast, and I made a bunch of cuts here, and you can see there's little jump cuts of my talking head there, and maybe I don't want the jump cut there, right? Because we can see it kind of does look a little choppy, and even though it's a podcast, I do put out the video, so I want that to be a little bit smoother, and we can use the new smooth cut transition to make that look pretty seamless. So in order to find the new smooth cut transition, open your effects library at the top here. Make sure you're in video transitions and smooth cut right here. Few ways you can apply it. You can click, hold, and drag it down onto your clips, or you can just double click it and it's gonna put it on the cut that's closest to your playhead. For example, I'm closest to this one right here, right there. So if I double click it, it puts the transition here. If I had my playhead a little bit more towards the other cut on the right-hand side and double click it, it's gonna add the smooth cut right there. Now we've always had the smooth cut, but the new feature is this. If we select our transition, open up our inspector, and in the transition settings here, we've got this new option right here, speed warp. And that's what's really gonna make it almost indistinguishable between the two clips. So let me show you what it looks like without the speed warp first on both of these. So I'm gonna turn them off. We're gonna use the better mode because it's gonna do a better job for you. And here's what it looks like using the standard smooth transition that we've always had. We can see that there's a little bit of a blur or fade between, different parts that are moving or different between the two video clips. So now let's go back and we're gonna turn on speed warp. And here's what it looks like with speed warp turned on for both of those transitions. I mean, I don't know, can you guys even tell a difference there? It's pretty slick. I think it does a really good job. And for a talking head like this, I'd say you wouldn't even notice that there's a cut there. So you want to make sure that you've got speed warp turned on right here so that you get the best results from the smooth cut transition. Now you can adjust the easing if you want to, depends on what you want to do. It may make a difference, it may not. So you can try it out for your particular clips. Now here's another example of where the smooth cut transition might come in handy, and it's when you have some B-roll or maybe some kind of footage that you need to take a little section out of. You can try using the smooth cut transition on that as well, and a lot of times it's going to do a pretty good job for you. So in this case, I just have a train video going along, some train tracks here. Let's say I got to make a cut, need to take out a little section of it here. Here's what that jump cut looks like. So a little stutter there, a little jump cut. So now I want to apply the smooth cut transition. I'm just going to double click it. It's going to automatically add it onto the cut that's closest to the playhead. And here's what that looks like. It looks pretty good. Now you want to make sure that the speed warp is turned on, and then you can use better and it should give you a better result. But just to see what faster does, let's go ahead and change it to faster and see how that looks. It's pretty good. I mean, nobody would even notice that that's a cut. Now, if you have a huge cut like this, where we go from one shot like that to that, I mean, that's a pretty big cut. Let's see how it does on that, just so you guys can see what it's doing. So I'm gonna just try faster for now. I'm gonna keep the speed warp on, and let's see how that looks. So it kind of does morph, so if your cut is too long, it might morph it a little bit, it might look a little weird, right? We can try the better setting and see what that does. But in this case, you can start to see some of the limitations, right? It works best if you have clips that are close together as far as the footage is concerned, right? You don't have a huge gap where you took a big chunk out. And you notice you may get some of this weird rippling happen sometimes with the transition. So it just depends on your particular clip. You could try shortening it or making it longer just to kind of see what it does. But sometimes it does get a little wonky like that. So that's something to be careful about. So sometimes when you can see that transition kind of on the edges of your frame, or in this case on the mountain, because as we go across the transition here, the train actually looks pretty good, but it's the mountain over here that doesn't look so good. So one thing we could do to try and fix that is just to zoom in on our clips a little bit. So I'm just gonna zoom in. We're gonna push over to the side of the clip a little bit more, make some other adjustments, and depending on what your clip is doing, depends on, might dictate how much you zoom in or zoom out. I'm just gonna copy these settings from one to the next, Command or Control C, and then Option or Alt V, and that's gonna allow me to paste attributes. So that way I know they're exactly the same. And now here's what that transition looks like. So it's still not great, but that's an option. Sometimes you're able to zoom in just a little bit and it's gonna fix the problem for you. So the addition of the speed warp setting to the smooth cut transition here really does a great job, and I find it works best on talking head types of videos. Especially for me, on a tripod here, when I need to cut between different clips, that smooth transition is just gonna make it look less choppy. And if you need to, you can apply it to a whole bunch of cuts really quick and really easily. So what do you guys think? Do you like the new smooth cut transition? I'm digging it, I like it a lot. What do you guys think are gonna be using it? If you like this quick tip, you probably want to check out my Quick Tip Tuesday series, and I'll link it up over here. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace.